So obviously, get in, build a little rapport first off, talk with their day, whatever bullshit, so John, Stephanie, your mortgage is currently $539,000 and $251, right? Providence Savings Bank. Perfect. Now, with this type of coverage, John, Stephanie, John, if you should die, your family would automatically receive $539,251. Same thing for you, Stephanie. If you should die, your family would receive the $539,251. Okay. Now, this used to be set up to where that money would go directly to your lender. Now the mortgage protection plan is set up to where that money goes directly to your family. Okay, which is huge. Allows the family to pay off the home entirely, pay down the principal, or even make payments on the home until it's sold, which can be huge for your family. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Right, exactly. It gives all the family all the options they need to keep the home. Okay, and just the last one being that being able to make payments on the home until it's sold allows you to extract any equity that the home has built up as well, which is huge, huge asset for your family as well. Okay, now John, Stephanie, do either of you guys have work life insurance currently?
Yeah, I have insurance with my job.
Okay, how much are you insured for currently?
200,000.
Okay, you, Stephanie?
I don't have any.
Gotcha. So work life insurance is great, John. I'm sure, as you know. Fortunately, if you leave, retire, you can't take that coverage with you. So that's why we do recommend a personal plan as well. Now, do either of you guys have any? What's your major health concerns? Are there any major health concerns with either of you at the moment?
I don't have any.
No. Good health. Okay. Perfect.
Sorry, I keep looking.
Perfect. So no health.
It's okay, baby.
Do either of you smoke?
No.
No.
Perfect. Gotcha. So where I come in is I'm an insurance broker, guys, which means I deal with all the companies in California that offer this type of insurance. Now, what that means is that we're able to shop around with a number of carriers, over 100 in the state of California, and basically what that allows us to do is get our clients the most competitive rates for the most amount of coverage. Okay. So some of the companies that we're currently recommending are American National, Foresters, as well as American General. Okay, just to list a few. Now, have either of you heard of a company called AM Best?
No.
AM Best. Okay, so AM Best is basically the credit bureau of financial institutions. They rate insurance companies on their financial strength and stability. Okay, so while in the last 140 years or so, there's never been a death claim denied due to a company being in insolvency, meaning that insurance companies are backed by the federal government. We still feel as if it's very important. I'm sure you guys would agree that it's important to be backed by a strong financially sound company. Wouldn't you agree? Exactly. So that's why all the companies that we recommend are rated A or higher by AM Best. Okay, so that just gives you a much more peace of mind when doing business with any companies we recommend. Okay, so as I discussed, what if you were approved, then you would, upon your death, Sean, your family would receive the $529,000. Same thing for you, Stephanie. Now, this once you're approved, they can't take this coverage away from you. Okay, so unlike the auto insurance industry, they can't make changes or provisions due to a health change later down the road. You're locked in. Okay. Now, are you guys clear on everything that we've covered so far?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, John, how old are you currently?
47.
47. And you, Stephanie?
23.
Right with the cradle, John.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, based on the information that you guys have shared with me here, I'm gonna go ahead and customize some options for yourselves. And in the meantime, I'm going to show you a short but very informative video on some of the benefits that are offered in the mortgage protection plan that we're currently offered. Okay, sound good? So basically, show the video, run the quotes, and then this is where you'll really hit the mortgage presentation sheet. So, how do you guys like the video? Short, silly, right? But it sheds a lot of light on the benefits that are offered in the mortgage protection plan. Now, John, Stephanie, as we mentioned, your mortgage is currently $529,000. Now, once again, if you die, John, your family would automatically receive the $529,000. Same thing for you, Stephanie. Now, if God forbid you guys would both die at the same time, obviously the family would receive twice the amount of death benefit. In your case, well over $1 million. About $1.1 million would be received by your beneficiary. Okay. Now, this money would be received immediately within 10 business days. It's income tax free, as well as it avoids probate. Are you guys familiar with the probate process in the state of California? No. Gotcha. So as I'm sure you guys understand, this will be a very difficult time for the family, and it can take the state of California almost 12 months, up to 12 months, to sort out your assets. This simply avoids that process, okay? Now, some of the benefits are included in the mortgage protection plan. Built into the policy are the common carrier rider. Basically states that if you should die in a plane, bus, train, anything that you pay a fare to be a passenger on, you would receive twice the amount of death benefit, okay? So 1.1 for either of you individually, over 2 million for if you guys were to both die in an event of that nature, okay? Now it also includes the critical illness rider. Basically, if you suffer a heart attack, stroke, ALS, even blindness, you're able to accelerate a portion of your death benefit before you, while you're still living, okay? Now, you also have the chronic illness rider, which states if, basically if you become partially or fully disabled, anything that prevents you from performing 2 or more out of your 6 daily living activities, bathing, eating, toileting, incontinence, traveling, or transferring, then you would have access to your death benefit as well. Lastly, we have the terminal illness rider. Now, this states that if a physician gives you 24 months or less to live, then you can accelerate a large portion of your death benefit while you're still living as well, okay? Now, this plan is portable, meaning that if you move, sell, refinance, you're able to take this plan with you and you don't have to start a new plan, okay? And it's also convertible, meaning that during the period of the term, if you guys decide you want to move this to a permanent policy, convert this to a permanent policy, you're able to do so without having to requalify, okay? Now, the premium for you, John, is about $57 a month. For you, Stephanie, about $36, okay? Now, once again, if you die, John, your family would automatically receive that $529,000 and they would be taken care of. Same thing for you, Stephanie. Your family would be taken care of upon your death. And if you become critically, chronically, or terminally ill, you're both taken care of, okay? Now, do you see why we recommend these plans to families? It only makes sense, right? So, one of two things is gonna happen, okay? Everything comes back clear on your health and we're clear to move forward, or something comes back and we're forced to look at other options. But just so we're clear, all that we're doing today is seeing if you can qualify for this type of coverage. Sound fair enough? All I'd have to do is ask you a couple of questions on the application, okay? Perfect. I'll say then go into